So recently I have had my head firmly stuck in the 90s, and it's all because of this, the 27 Club, my book that I spent a few years writing, and basically lived in the 90s the whole time, and I'm still there. And you could argue it was a midlife crisis, you could argue it's research. Either way, I'm there, I'm in the 90s. And what I realised that we had back in the 90s that we don't have so much of now is stuff. As music fans, we had lots of stuff. Everything that we bought we could pick up. So Spotify, brilliant, love it, but I just really miss going to a record shop and finding the perfect record. So I thought I would do a whistle top store tour of stuff and start with the cassette tape. The cassette tapes that we passed around from friend to friend to friend. We introduced each other to music. We gave examples of how brilliantly we could record a sort of a concept mixtape. This, for example, is a brilliant one. Cassie's Cool Compilation, which was passed on from person to person. I believe our friend Ben recorded this specifically for Cassie. I picked it up, got a copy, loved it. Full of brilliant psychedelic stuff, but also the recorded tape was great if you wanted to try something out before you invested your pocket money in it. I was on £1.89 at the local chemist 4 hours a week, so you know it was a pretty big investment going to Offbeat Records to buy an album. This was the first time I heard Holes Pretty on the inside on a cassette tape. It's got Mudhoney on the other side. First time I heard Courtney Love, loved it, absolutely loved it. And obviously went out to the record store to buy it. So onto vinyl, the big stuff. Oh, wasn't it just brilliant going out and buying the vinyl? And especially when you could get the limited editions. White vinyl, 3,000 only limited edition. I remember when I heard that this album was coming out and I was so excited. And the bootlegs, we would travel to record fairs all over, and we should never really have bought these bootlegs because it wasn't really supporting artists. But actually, as a fan, anything that you saw that had your favourite bands on, you just had to buy. Senseless things and the Jamie Hewlett designs, the record sleeves. He did Tank Girl, for anyone who doesn't know, Mega City 4, Breeders, Nirvana, and let's be honest, we've all got something like this lurking behind the cool stuff. I think I've got Gloria Estefan too, but I didn't dare bring that one out. That was pushing it a bit too far. And then, of course, the CDs. These CDs, I have to admit, I didn't own these CDs back in the 90s. I've bought them. I had all of these on vinyl, sold them to pay for club entry and a bottle of Lambrini on a night out. Smashing Pumpkins, Operation Ivy, brilliant. Sound System is a brilliant song. Babes in Toyland, Nirvana. So yes, the vinyl, the CDs, the mixtapes, but not forgetting the band t-shirts. I have no idea where all my band t-shirts have gone. I've got this one which I actually rebought, but yeah, I had Senseless Things t-shirts mainly, I think. Green Day t-shirts. I splashed bleach all over it and thought it looked even better. No idea where they are. They're probably rotting in a landfill, sadly, somewhere now, because we just lose stuff, don't we? We lose it as we go along. And then there was the movies. Now, I didn't watch this on DVD because there were no DVDs. This was on VHS video, Sid and Nancy, which my then boyfriend introduced me to, which was very punk, and obviously you had to watch it. You had to have watched Sid and Nancy. And just moving on, just because I really feel for Nancy. I don't know why, I just really feel for Nancy. I think she had a bit of a shit time, obviously ending in her very untimely death. But she got a load of stick in the press. So books as well, books, because we couldn't go on Twitter, we couldn't go on Facebook or Instagram. We didn't have that access, so we had books. And this one actually, I think, probably came out later than the 90s, but it was my 90s interest that of a 70s star that piqued my interest in this. So this is And I Don't Want to Live This Life by Nancy Spungen, all about the real person behind the headlines, which is something that I am really passionate about. Here's some pictures you might not have seen before of Nancy Spungen looking very different in a tutu. So yes, and got here when we went to buy the magazines, and I bought this one because of the cover star, obviously Courtney Love, but the face, it was like you did smash hits and number one, and then you moved on to Select and Melody Maker and NME, and then you finally graduated to the face, which was really cool and was like the most grown-up magazine. And when you had people like Courtney Love in, and you had pages and pages of it. I think I've since bought a pair of shoes like that just because Courtney Love was wearing them. But yeah, the Face magazine. I think you can still get it online. I think it's come back. I don't know if it's in print, but this was from February '93. So there you go. And then art classes. We made stuff in art as well. I didn't do very well in art, but I tried to copy some of my favourite album artwork. That's from Whole Pretty on the Inside, and just really to let everybody know that you knew this music. I think that was really important. So yeah, Whistle Stop Tour done. I've got to give my book a plug. So 27 Club. Basically, it's 1994. The music industry is mourning Kurt Cobain. Right Said Fred re-emerged as an ironic pop act, and John Major is the country's prime minister. Nothing is as it should be. So this is about Emma. It's set in '94 in Hull, where I grew up, and she's absolutely devastated at the passing of Kurt Cobain. And it's a bit of a story of, it's got humour in it, it's got loads of music and nostalgia, but also a lot of angst, anxiety, self-discovery, humanity, and most of all, it's about looking beyond the headlines. And the headline that is on the book, the 27 Club, is actually one of those headlines that I was trying to smash open, if you like. So there we have it. Enjoy, grab a copy, it's available, just Google it. And oh yeah, do share your 90s memorabilia, because it's fun and we all like to nosy at other people's record collections. So